And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as the initiative on Release Candidate 22. This was a run technically started on Release Candidate 6. Let's continue.
Offering counsel.
In Twitch chat. Thanks for welcoming me back, Twitch chat. I'll defend a mission going.
We've got some intel on our target.
Technical servants. Go ahead and repeat that.
We've moved the needle.
I need 2 councils free to do what I want to do in India. One to declare war, one to start a federation.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Oh, and those are our solar panels out on Mercury completing. And Mercury solar power panels are obviously powerful enough to power the mine, so we can tear up fission piles. To save on the fizzles. We're not making a lot of fizzles per day, so we do need to be a little bit conservative on those.
By the numbers.
Mining complex repaired and replaced at Mars, providing us with more metal. Good to see. Did I put a battle station and an LEA here? Probably don't need both of those. I need one, not the other. I don't know what I do. At the moment, we've only got the 4. Well, it's supposed technically the 5 because we got the mine as well. They got the 5. So the tier 3. No, that's the tier 2 energy. Don't have a lot of tier 5 and tier 3 modules. So I could override that with the nano factory. I'll fix it later when we got tier 3s that we want the slots for. At the moment, we'll just run full size one and the small size one. Fine. Okay. Ship-wise, let's. We got enough metal. I think I can get away with building our new battle cruisers. Unless I want to wait for the nanotube, but that's July. We'll basically have the ships built by then. We build them as is. There we go. 10 of them into construction, done in 137 days, so a little over 4 months. Got a surveillance fleet. Victor 6 is back. A much bigger fleet. They'll be done the surveillance mission on the 30th and near the 29th of February. So we'll send guys to deal with Victor 452. And then we have any survivors. We might try to interdict the other one. I think we will have to accept that one of those will succeed. The bigger one, obviously. I don't think I'm equipped to be able to stop it.
At your service.
Where do you need me? Gear up.
Standing by for orders.
Then we want 2 set national policies here.
On my way to the capital.
1 to start the war,
Standing
1
by
to
for
start the
orders.
Federation.
I will help them.
I have new information.
Okay, we got the info. Not good info, though. It's telling us loyalty of 16, so I need a different one to target.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Policy direction complete.
Federate. can't federate. Why can't I federate? I forget. Yes. I forgot. Fair enough. So we'll have to wait till February. Shame. Okay, declare war on Pakistan. Pakistan. And that means these 6 armies. 8 armies. See if I can read that number. 8 armies can all do deploy to Pakistan's capital, otherwise undefended, to start the unification process.
Mission complete.
Target destroyed.
Ancient explorers. Our xenobiologists working on Mars have a most curious discovery. They found microbes on Mars. A few relatives out there in the universe. Bonus to knowledge priority and a big pile of science.
One cannot simply squeeze a balloon into a tin can without one or the other bursting, which itself depends upon which you make stronger and which you make weaker.
Okay, so there's an advanced
Chancellor Li
hydrogen
Xingzhao.
containment.
Interview.
So that's going to allow us access to advanced chemical rockets. In the meantime, let's start developing coil guns. There's advanced chemical rockets, which we do want to do for the boost bonus. Appreciate saying the second discovery of alien life doesn't hit the same, man. Yeah, well, to be fair, at least these are interplanetary travelers, so they're. I think it's implied that they're like Earth bacteria. Been a while since I've read the entire text of that event. But yeah, it's implied that was like a asteroid bumps off of Earth, takes some Earth microbes to Mars, sort of thing. Less hydrogen tank. We'll probably want those if we're running hydrogen engines, which a lot of the early fusion ones are. Okay. Send you to investigate alien activity.
On the way to the target site.
At your service.
We'd like to try to turn that counselor, but we'll take a 54
They'll be
swing.
working for
It's
us
probably not
soon.
going to work.
Reporting in.
Oh, I've been letting
We'll
the
turn
ball get a
down the
bit
heat.
grumpy.
Standing by. Investigating alien site.
Ready for my mission. Investigating alien site.
Okay, at this point I think we're locked in on completing... Oh, we are, but I've also turned the investment down. That's fine. Okay. It is January. This is the time to send 129. After Victor 452. Again, try to burn like half the fuel going down, so you got the other half coming back. We've got 7v6. Let's see if you can win this fight. The one in the back is obviously the one we gotta blow up. So we got the Lancer from last time. We got a new escort, I think. I think that's a new escort. Might be the old escort. And then a new destroyer. Actually, I think that's probably the old escort. They sent the escort and the surviving Lancer to go repair. Although that was Victor 6. I think that was Victor 6. Or maybe wrong. Torpedoes are incoming. 40mm are opening fire to try to shoot them down before they arrive. None of the torpedoes, I think, have made it through yet. The lasers, of course, are broken. One of them might have made it through. Torpedoes. Yeah, well, at this point, these guys got no guns. So once we cross 800 kilometers, we'll swap over to the Lancer, because there's no real reason to continue shooting the escort if it's harmless. Almost looks like the escort might be burning slowed down, so we might end up having a collision between these two. We'll see. Torpedoes coming off of the Gravity class destroyer, that is the surveillance destroyer in the back. Some of those rounds are getting a little close. Although a little close is not a problem as long as they don't get actual hits. I'll authorize 3 of these guys to try to destroy the Lancer. Or at least heavily damage the Lancer. Wait. Point defense just says no. Okay. Fair enough. Yes, it appears to be preserving at least one of its weapons for point defense purposes. So, the alien point defense turret is obviously intact. Or the laser, the particle beam, one of the two is intact. Preventing the torpedoes from getting away. Okay, let's dump torpedoes to try to take this target down. We got 4 bays. 4 bays of torpedoes should be enough to overwhelm the point defense on a smaller ship like this. There we go. A lot of torpedoes are apparently got enough range so they can redirect. Although I suspect that the point defense is still up, they're gonna get shot down. Oh. Maybe the point defense has been disabled from the additional particle lancing. Yeah, that appears to be the case. Any fall-through thrusting? That's a question. A little bit. Oof. Okay, all enemies destroyed. Flying back up to the station for repairs. Taking them 5 hours, so we've received minimal damage. Fleet launches for Alvarado Station. Okay. Pedro Alvarado, okay. We're still preparing until the 3rd. So we're not prepared to do anything about that. Oh, they're coming to us. That's fair enough. I feel like we haven't rearmed. We're torpedo tubes are empty. Yep. So, 2 feet 7. If we had torpedoes, this would be a fight I'd be a little bit more plausibly expecting victory on. This is very much going to come down to, can I reduce their weapon effectiveness and then kill them with 40 mils, which is probably not going to be the case. These guys are probably rocking some armor. They got 5 on the side. 6 on the side for that one. So it really comes down to, can we do enough system damage before we get obliterated? That's all lasers. That's all lasers. Okay. So we need to damage them enough they leave the Spaceworks alone. Don't mind about losing the fleet. They can completely destroy the fleet, but I'd like to keep my under construction ships surviving. 40 million is starting to open up. Initially, he's going to mostly hit the frontal armor, but as we do the flyby, they'll start hitting the side armor. Good old 40 millimeter. Doing some damage. Aliens probably regretting that they brought nothing but lasers. We got enough frontal armor that we're not too worried about lasers. And Twitch chat saying the autocannons go brrr. Yep, that's what they do. Put in lots of little holes in their spaceship. Apparently didn't hit anything critical, but lots of damage. Lots of little bits of damage. Okay. They're offering to end the battle. I'll offer back. Because I doubt the product lancers are going to take them out. And we don't have... We're running on fairly small drives, so we don't really have the Delta V to turn around and chase them. So yeah, they're damaged, we're damaged. Victory for the initiative. Station successfully defended. For now.
Offering assistance.
Give me a resupply, so you've got some torpedoes if they come in for a second pass. Okay. India 129 is ready for a second attempt. They're coming from Deimos parking orbit. I think they are a little angry.
We've gained an agent.
We've gained an agent.
Please keep me safe.
Things are cooling off. Here's what we found.
Recon complete.
Here's what we found.
India takes control of Quetta, which caused Pakistan to surrender. Pakistan will retain claims on the region. People of the region are hostile to the new nation. Will cause cohesion and unrest problems unless addressed by priority spending, yes. Does it tell us what we need to do? Also claim lower cohesion state in democracies and higher unrest states in authoritarian states. After the region is annexed, sufficient investment in government or unity can remove this status. So unity is going to be the way we go here. 20% investment into Unity. You arrived at Mercury. Did all the sites get claimed? Yes, all the sites have now been claimed. The Resistance has shown up, a little bit, and the Academy has shown up. And they've claimed everything. Okay. Given that being the case, you get back to Earth to refuel an operation at Earth. You'll be there in 20 weeks. Okay, that'll be done in May. Did those aliens hang around? Don't think so. No. So we hammered them hard, and they decided that was an excuse to go home, which is fair enough. Yeah, I don't think we're hard enough to come in rolling on these guys. I think 10 ships is a little bit more than we can handle. So Victor 6 is going to be able to get away scot-free. At least on the current generation of ship.
I'm here. Let's see what we can see.
Reporting in. On the way to the target site.
Your orders? Restoring order.
Ready for orders. We'll make things safe.
Get India stable. We'll defederate in February, so next month. Although 2 counselor actions out.
Lending my expertise.
Sorry, 57. You've arrived to a Mercury with no places to put bases down, so back to Earth.
Violence is abating.
Violence is abating.
Violence is abating.
Okay. And all of these guys do hunt xenoform. Means we're not going to have you invading any human nations for a while. Although, knowing where most of the xenoforms are in between China and India, you'll probably be in Pakistan for quite a while. Oh, India has claims there as well. Okay.
The simple truth is that any spaceship is just a large metal balloon filled with air. Once pierced, it has lost all its wonder.
To be fair, he's saying that, but with the amount of holes we probably put in those spaceships, and then they still managed to go fly home, apparently we need a little bit more than just putting a lot of holes in them. A little bit more. Could do mission to Jupiter. Give us more mine limit? That might come in useful. Where's our... We're 18 of 18 with a couple more buildings, so yeah. Mission Jupiter. Yeah. And we've lost control on coil guns, although we're maybe not that far off, so we'll try for a little bit, see if we can get it back. Not quite locked in on integrated Earth space yet. Twitch chat's asking, which late game drive tech tree are you planning on going down? I haven't actually decided. If the particle lances keep working, we might try to do antimatter. Because the upgrade to the particle lance is the antimatter lance. Let me see if I can find the tech tree pretty quickly. Particle lance upgrades to antimatter particle cannon, which of course requires antimatter weaponry. And if you're running antimatter for the weaponry, you might as well run it for the weaponry. You might as well run it in engines, I suppose. And yeah, this uses some antimatter for assume the build and the ammo. And the Switch chat saying, since you already have Mercury access, antimatter farms make sense as long as you can hold them. Yeah. Of course, we may find that the 3 slots and the 4 slots aren't doing quite enough damage, and then we'll probably swap over to laser and plasma. But we'll see. Point defense phaser turrets. We'll set that as a favorite. Not interested in infrared. I think green. Well, green's what we're going to do right now if we were to research it, because
We found something.
obviously I can't have UV until we've researched UV. Greater India project, yeah. I want to be able to find that later. Green phaser cannon's the biggest cannon we've got. They arrive at Demos. Then bombarding Henry Hudson Base. Okay. I don't think Hudson Base has the ability to return fire. No, so they're gonna blow the place up. Okay. Let's make that be part of it, okay. Working mission control here. Almost about to get the next one done. Then we'll probably swap over to environment. And Gulf Union may be a place I want to build an army or two at some point. Although we'll probably do environment first.
Standing by for orders. Gear up.
Ready to go. Telling our story.
Where do you need me? We must persuade the people.
Okay, augment. Probably espionage here. Espionage here. Persuasion here. Although command is a pretty tempting one as well. You have the stealth guy, right? Yeah, you have the stealth upgrade. Espionage. Once I get the 25 espionage, we'll be doing persuasion in there as well. And let's do some of the upgrades while we're thinking about it. Don't need command. Well, I could do command. I could take the command orgs off and swap them for other things. Not going to rush to do that right away. Grab science. Guardian Angel for the security. Grab Investigate. And you don't need the admin. You could benefit from the command. Right. There's the money spent for the moment. Okay. Experiment claimants. Let some time pass. Yeah, we were expecting that place to kind of blow up. Oh, that was the mine blowing. They haven't actually
Offering
finished blowing it up
support.
yet. Ship coming to Earth. Okay, here comes the first assault carrier trying to land on Earth. April next year.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Things are cooling off.
Order is returning.
There we go. The base has been destroyed. I could ship it from Earth. It'd take almost a year, or we can build a Tier 2 one here and then upgrade it. We'll go with the Tier 2 one here and then upgrade the option. That was an orbital, not a... Is the wrong one? That was the wrong one. Demos, please. Settlement. So yeah, we could do a settlement. It would take basically a year to do colony, or we can do settlement and upgrade the colony. Or upgrade the settlement, so we'll do that option. There we go. So that'll be up in just over 60 days. What do I do with that station I just accidentally built? This station. The answer is I'm going to demolish it. Mission. Back at Earth doing repairs. Okay, where do I want to send you? It's tempting to maybe go looking for more metal. But prospecting-wise, I think we're out of good sources. Okay, 30 on the moon is not too bad. But I don't need to send the colony ship to the moon for that. That's not too bad. We're looking in like the 20s and the 30s here. Some nobles there that make up for it being a little low otherwise. And yeah, I don't think we found any interesting radioactives. The moon. Still quite a bit on the moon. 2.7 with 16 is actually tempting. I don't remember there being quite so much radioactives on the moon. But the 2 unclaimed sites on the moon are quite radioactive. I might go back to the moon for more radioactives then. Okay. Okay. And we'll put automated mines on the moon, so because that'll be nice and quick. To the moon. Low lunar orbit. We'd like to go with the options that cost money, but we're not extremist. We're not that rich. So we can either take the first option Or I can take the fourth option because we're the initiative and gain a bunch of money.
Falling back.
Rolled a critical failure. Bit of a shame. Take me there. Claim the better of the two radioactive locations. And then back to the space station for repair. Or we send you back up again. There we go. So I had to pay for a solar panel, but that'll actually do it better than the vision will. You set the lead. They're not leading yet. Same thing with the coil guns. I think we might be locked in on controlling integrated space economy. Right, there's only 9,000 left. Maybe a little close with Exodus, but or the Academy catching up, but I think we have practically have control there. So we can back out and give us a little more control on the other things. We may lose control over Mission Jupiter, but that's what it is if that happens.
Reporting in. Going in hot.
Blades transfers, beginning repair. And it's repaired. Or maybe this might be one of the other ones. We got a couple in for repairs. Doing basically the same thing. Up to the moon.
Offering
Protected
counsel.
asset went dark. Okay. Found. I just clicked at random and probably hit the wrong one. No, I hit the right one. I hit one of the radioactives, so that's fine. That's the one we were aiming for. Anyway, at this point, if we want more, we gotta go elsewhere. So those are the two good Mars ones. Automated mines there work reasonably well.
We've moved the needle.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Things are stabilizing.
Let's go on for the good guys.
Okay. Where do I want to send the colony ships? I'm going to send the colony ships somewhere. Let's look at the prospecting. So I think we got all the good radioactives. Yeah, everything that's one radioactive or above we got. Either we have or someone else has. That we've just prospected. Nobles. couple places that are over 5. Those might not be bad, just going for the metal as well. Yeah, there's 3 places over 5. All, of course, have some metal on them as well. And then there are better metal places, but then they don't have precious metals. So that one's not bad with the radioactives and the water. Let's go to that one. Here we go. Bit of a long burn, 44, 45 weeks going out, but to be fair, that gives us time to research Mission Jupiter, which increases the mine limit without penalty, so.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Victor 353 has arrived at low lunar orbit.
Standing by for orders. Headed there now.
Anyway, we've lost control of the mission to Jupiter. We'll keep investing for a little bit, see if we can get it back, because we're right in that line. Although we're probably not going to get it back unless we can turn something else down or find some more research somewhere.
Lending my expertise.
The people will come to our side.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Oh, and I'm at the point where I can start the Federation between Nepal and India, yes.
By the numbers.
Social science. I'm researching the improvement on these labs. Let's actually start upgrading the core here. Because we've got the power plants, and then we'll soon have the research center, so we can upgrade 3 of these to the next tier, and then start improving some of the other stuff on here. In fact, I probably have everything we need. Well, I don't have the power. We'll have that when we get to the next tier. To upgrade the admin node as well. Take that from tier 1 to tier 2.
We found something.
Okay, let's go through our counselors. I may have the money to pick all the things we got up. Don't minus the unity. Might do contacted, but no, I think we'll grab more command. On espionage, pick it up. You can't. Meantime, pick these up. Except for the forebrain and the loyalty. Okay, still need a little bit more to get all of them. I'm about 4,000 short. Well, I would want 4,000 for it. We're at 1.3, so technically 2.7, 2.8 thousand short.
Standing by. We'll turn down the heat.
Yoders?
Okay, it looks like we've mostly got
We're going in.
alien forms in India, China dealt with. At some point, we're going to go after the alien bases in Russia, but that's basically total war status with the aliens at this point. And we're not quite ready for that yet.
I will help them.
Public opinion is moving in
Okay,
our
so we
direction.
now have more mines, and we have mining bases, or mining limits, so we're paying a little bit extra for it. We got 19 mines out of 18, so paying one extra. Not too bad.
The people will come to our side.
Order is returning.
Things are cooling off.
Never forget that the true power in any kingdom is not the man on the throne, but instead those who quietly stand at his shoulders. Commander Fiona Ayawade, Data in the Shadow of War.
So we went from mission to Jupiter because they had the choice to high temperature superconductors, which we'll need eventually. Send the probes. And yeah, the real question is, do I want to push this? I suppose I should. We're gonna need this for tier 3 and improved coil guns. So that's the tier 2 version of these guys. Okay.
Velze is secure.
Is that my base you're bombarding, or are you just bombarding a base? It is my base you're bombarding. The fiends. Servants of being servants. We lost contact with our people there, except it was an automated base, so it was robots. And then they're bombarding the other one, which of course they can do. Obviously, when we go to war, like total war standing, we're going to have to revoke the servants and the protectorate's access to Earth orbit, so they don't do weird things like that.
Ready. Time to make our move.
At least no good way to count how many instances of that you've done, I think. Don't think it's a visible way to track it. It's like 200 unity or 200 government, and it will remove a hostile claim. I think it's the sum of the two, actually. Okay. May for adamantine armor. And we've got ships being built. 31 days. So, they'll be out of the shipyard like 3 days before we get adamantine armor. It's probably not worth sliding them back into it, but you can evaluate the ships afterwards.
Offering support.
Okay. So one of our Mars bases coming back online for mining purposes.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Things are stabilizing.
Order is returning.
Demos is back online. Okay. Well, the core is back online. Let's get it upgrading to tier 3.
Mission complete.
Federate with Nepal.
By the numbers.
Alien facility detected. It's not our orbit, so that means those aliens aren't here for us. Although it probably doesn't make much of a difference if they're here for us if I do something that pisses
We'll
them
see
off.
what we can find.
I'm here. We'll see what we can find.
Espionage to hide you. Espionage to hide you. Adamantine armor is actually the end of the month now, so we'll cycle through and get adamantine armor done. UFO crashes to Earth. New alien in China.
Offering assistance.
Well, that's a bad landing spot for that alien.
Things are cooling off.
Violence is abating.
Let's go on for the good guys.
Adamantine armor complete. So we got engines, we got armor. What am I thinking about? Tin droplet radiator. Do the radiator upgrade. And I think we're probably going to be looking at weapon upgrades. That.
Recon complete.
Recon complete.
Acknowledged.
Okay. So, we're going to have you investigate the alien activity.
We'll
in our
recon the
backyard.
site.
You're
Acknowledged.
going to do a surveil location to try to find the alien
Surveilling
activity.
target area.
Ready for my mission.
You'll keep stabilizing
We'll
the
make
nation.
things safe.
I'm here.
I'm going to deal with the
Taking it to them.
alien life
Standing
form.
by. I will try to sway the public.
Here's the public campaign down there. Okay, and then let's do some upgrade designs on our ships. So the destroyers we're running are these Kyoishi Block 4s. We can swap them over to, whoops, newfangled armor. Swap them over to adamantine. And then we probably would want to run, at this point, 30 armor frontal. It's a little bit slow trying to get to where we wanted to go, but this would be, if I don't want to just completely destroy our existing ships, would not be a bad upgrade. lance heads on them. Yeah. I can even probably run a little bit less fuel on these guys because they're... a little bit less fuel, because they're a little bit lighter with the newer armor, even with the heavier upfront armor. Okay, so that's Koshi Block 5s. And the ones we're just building are these new battle cruisers. Obviously, they want to get up. Well, they got an armor upgrade as well. So right now they weigh 6.3 tons. If we build them out with the new armor, that crashes all the way down to 5.1 tons, allowing us to save a significant amount of fuel each tank, each run. Basically reduces the fuel requirements by a third by saving weight. We'll probably upgrade the radiator on these, although the radiator is not very big on these ones because this is a open cycle engine, I believe. Yeah, because it has 100% power use efficiency because of how it works. Because it's a bomb. So technically these should be on attack mode, not defense mode, but that's what it is. So we'll have to fix that every time we go into battle. Transports to transports. And at this point, we're not going to bother with the... You're obsolete. And then we're probably not going to bother with the sunfishes. So bump them off. Hide them. Same with the lings. The lings are gone. Vet, I think. Well, one of those was the marine transport. Suppose we could upgrade the monitor for torpedo usage if we were going to use it, but I think we'll just redesign it from scratch when we need it. So we'll go ahead and hide that one as well. So, battle cruisers, the old destroyer, it's not interesting, so that's what we're going to keep track of. You can see the weight drops on the armor improvement. So that way is the armor improvement, that way is the armor improvement. I think technically, because the overall delta V is down, it's actually reduced the compatibility on the twos. The twos, I think, are just better ships. And you can see the volatile drop, the metal drop. So, yeah. Twos are the better ships, even though they look like they're worse ships. And the fives are the new ones, yeah. Okay, and this puts a good place, I think, for a part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll probably be trying out the new ships in the next part. Whether I go ahead and drag them all back into the shipyard for upgrading with the new adamantine armor, or use them as they're armored currently, we'll figure that out in the early next part. We've got 10 ships about to come off the production line in a day. So the question is how long would it take to refit them with the armor? If the refit with the armor is real fast, we'll do it. If it isn't, we'll probably still refit the destroyers, because I want to literally double their frontal armor. But we probably won't on the battle cruisers. It'll leave them less fuel efficient, but we can work with that. That's not too much of a problem, I think, for Earth orbit. And at some point, we need to test them out, right? We don't know if they're actually even going to do particularly well. Victor 6 is here with 4 ships, so we might literally test them against Victor 6. Victor 6 might be the test.
Reporting in.
So yeah, watching YouTube, part up tomorrow. We're going to have some more Space Combat, I think, tomorrow, very early tomorrow. For you, if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break to stretch the legs, actually drink some of my tea, and then we'll be back to record 1 more hour long tonight. So with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.